What's happening, everybody? Nate back with another fix it video for you. Does your washer sound like this? Well, if it does, then let's try and fix it. First things first, I recommend trying to verify the problem. And I would first pull out the washing machine from wherever it is, leave the water and electrical hooked up, and remove the back panel, which is held on by 4 screws. That way we can see what's going on and listen to try to figure out where the noise is coming from. Now, run a load of clothes in the washing machine, and when it starts making the noise that is of concern, just try and verify and locate where the sound's coming from. I would first look at the shock absorbers on the bottom. There's 3 of them. It's possible that they are bad and making noise. And second, listen right here. You notice where that socket is on that ratchet. If you hear a bunch of noise coming from right there, then it's likely your bearings. So I pulled the rotor off and immediately noticed something very concerning is the bearing has moved or slipped out slightly, and I can almost kind of rock it and get a little clicking. So that's a problem there. And so these bearings can be replaced. You can buy a set of bearings and a seal, but because that bearing is slipping out slightly, there's no guarantee that a new bearing is going to fit in there and stay in there because that bearing seat might be damaged. And so what I opted to do was just buy a whole new outer drum assembly half, which has the bearings already pressed in it, and it comes with all the seals you need ready to go. And as you can see on the new one, the bearing is flush. So I'm not going to show the whole process of removing the drum assembly and splitting it. There's a nice video by fix.com. If you search LG front load washer bearing replacement, it'll walk you through everything. And obviously the front bearing is also shot. And one more thing while you have this thing apart is you want to check the back of the basket. It's called the spider, and it gets corroded and it can crack. And if it's cracked, you'll have to replace it because the load will be always unbalanced. And just make sure that shaft there's no damage to that before you put that back together also. And just look at that drum assembly, how nasty it is. And even that's after cleaning attempts in the past. I've ran different solutions in it and it's still just so nasty. I pressure washed the half that I was keeping out and cleaned the rubber seal in the front. And when I put it back together with the new bearings, it is whisper quiet during this high-speed spin cycle. So that was definitely the problem. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Comments or questions. Peace.